When it comes to lawns, I feel people overcomplicate things. I feel that the best results come from simplicity. With a bit of patience and a few simple techniques, you really can create great results like we do here at the National Trust. I'm Ignatius Card-Jones, gardener here at National Trust, Kingston Lacy. So after a long season of hard work during the summer, your mower's going to need a bit of attention. So it's getting the blades checked, checking the condition of them, if they're ground down and everything, getting them all sharp and ready for the next season, checking the oil, getting new fuel and air filters, and just generally a bit of a tidy up to your machine so it's ready for the next season. At autumn time, we need to start thinking about what we need to do to prepare our lawns to get them healthy and ready for the next season. So in winter time, you don't want to cut the grass too low, because if you do, you end up scalping the lawn. And scalping the lawn means you're cutting it too tight, which weakens the grass and weakens the root growth, and you want a nice strong lawn over winter to prepare yourself for the summer. So raising the level of the grass cutting means we're not going to scalp it, and we're just going to take the tips of the grass off. So what we do first is we generally go around all our edges to cut the lawn, and then we go with a mower with a roller on, which creates stripes in the lawn, which gives a nice formality to it. And it's what you can do at home. You can get either a mower with a roller or equally one without, will still cut the lawn nicely for you. So our mowers, they regulate our speed, which is quite nice. So it means we take a nice steady pace, which means we get an even cut across the whole lawn. And that's what I'd say for you to do at home, is to take a nice steady pace to mow the lawn, and you'll get a better cut. So thatch is dead moss and it's dead grass. So grass, when you cut through the season, drops into the lawn, and you want to pull that out to get the root growth to go into the lawn. So if you don't remove thatch after a long time, it will start deteriorating your lawn. So it will start, you'll see a lot of dry patches forming in it. It won't look as green and as healthy as it could. To get rid of thatch here at the National Trust, we use a machine called a scarify, which is a process. It rips out with teeth the dead and dying grass. But likewise at home, you could also use a metal spring rake, which is easier. So just going to do some scarifying now. What you want to do is nice even lengths back towards you and dig it in quite hard to really try and get in there to pull the thatch out. As you can see, it will leave the lawn looking a bit scruffy to begin with, but then raking it over will tidy it all up. The reason we aerate our lawns is to relieve compaction, because we get a lot of footfall across the lawns, and to put air growth in, which encourages root growth of the grass, which in the end will give you a nice thicker lawn. So in terms of aerating and putting the fork in the ground, I'd say roughly go every 6 inches, put the fork in the ground and then wiggle it a little bit, pull it out, and then move on 6 inches again. All right, as you can see, I'm just finishing aerating here. Normally in the National Trust we would use a machine just because of the scale and areas we have to cover. But as you can see, you can get the same results with a good old-fashioned tool like this at home. Springtime is the best time to sow a lawn with seeds, because the weather conditions are absolutely ideal. They're warm and they're damp as well, which is really good conditions for germination of grass seed. Then in the summertime you wouldn't generally consider, because it's too hot and too dry, which is not ideal for grass to germinate in. And then autumn time, after top dressing you've aerated, is a really good time to overseed the lawn, which means you go over and just throw some seed down, and it fills in the holes where you've aerated and put top dress, with really good germination conditions for your grass seed, because again it's still warm and it's damp. Here at the National Trust, we encourage people to come and enjoy our natural green spaces, and with a bit of hard work in autumn you can have that sort of green space at home.